Headlines: Borno State University commenced sales of remedial program application forms. Mass communication student calls for studio establishment. Student of State University appeal for hostel allocation. Good morning and welcome to the news on Bosu Tv. Today being Monday, 21st November, year 2021, which is equivalent to 24th Rabiul Thani, 1444 after Hijrah. I'm Fatima Muhammad Sani. Now the news in detail. The admission officer of Bosu, Bulama Mustapha Makinta, stated this in an interview. He explained the requirement for the admission is minimum of 3 credits in the O-level candidates in WAEC, NECO, NAPTEP, and BICE in any recognized school. Eligible candidate will pay 2,000 naira at any Access Bank branch and forward the teller to admission unit for form. He advised students to concentrate on their studies because remedial will help them to get experience and minimum cut-off marks required by the institution in pursuing admission for degree program. And also, candidate is expected to get minimum of 5 credits, including English language and mathematics, to get admission into Part 1. He also described the 6-month remedial period as an opportunity for candidates who have deficiency in their O-level to register. The mass communication students of Borno State University have called on the management to put on more pressure on studio completion as the students struggle to get their assignments done. Our correspondent, Binta Abacha, has more.
Initially, the Department of Mass Communication in Borno State University started with about 46 students that were admitted through the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination policy of Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2019-2022 academic session. In the department, recently, there are 3 sets of students, totaling to about 220.
The Department of Mass Communication initially started as a program under the Department of Social and Management Sciences. All right? It started as a program under the Department of Social Sciences in 2019-2020 academic section, when Borno State University started its academic activities. It started with about 46 students, right, who were admitted through the UTME policy of the Federal Government of Nigeria. So presently now, we have 3 sets of students, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. All right, on ground. And now the mass communication is an independent department on its own in the Faculty of Social and Management Sciences here in the Borno State University.
In the meantime, the students find it difficult to conduct practical aspects such as newscasting, program recording and editing, and photo shoot.
It's the lack of the studio, which caused students to go outside the school to look for other sources to provide our assignments. Like we don't have like studio where to carry out the practical aside from the cameras we don't have any other thing to show for the department.
Actually, we are facing a lot of challenges because of the unavailability of a studio in the institution. One of the areas we are facing challenges is that most of the things we are taught are practical, which need to be are theories, which need to be practicalized. So when it comes to the practical aspect of it, we find it difficult to practicalize what we've been taught.
Binta Abacha.
The identification of offices and lecture venues at the Borno State University has helped students and visitors to easily locate places. It is observed that lecturers and students find it difficult to locate venues on due time. Our reporter, Ibrahim B. Michelia completes the report.
The identification of various buildings and lecture venues such as Block 1, Block 2, Block 3 up to Block 5. It makes easy for lecturer and the student to locate their venues. The student also described that the identification has eased them to understand their venue and other various buildings, ICT Center, Senate Building, Library, among others. With the identification of lecture venue, students expressed that sometimes they miss their lecture venue, but now it helped them to locate their venue during lecture time in the school.
When I came to this school for part 1, it was very hard to identify the different locations of the classes. Especially when we came new, we make use of that block 1. And the block 1, there is no signboard or anything related to the block there. So what I usually do, when they say, Grace, we are having class, I'll say, okay, that class closer to the bank. So if they said yes, I will know that it's block 1. So that is how I noticed that there is a class there.
There was several times that I even missed the lecture because of lack of identification. There was a time that first I come, I say, you have lecture in block 4. I find it difficult when it's block 4. And I found no one to even ask where it's block 4. But when this one has made a very sensible and it helped a lot of students.
Ibrahim Bim Shelia, Bosu TV.
You are still watching Bosu TV from the beautiful city of Maiduguri, Borno State, and still to come on the news. On the other hand, Borno State government and the Governing Council of the Borno State University are doing everything possible to see that students have got hostel allocation in the school. The news continues shortly after the timeout.
Do you want to be a computer literate at this digital era? Then here's the chance to acquire the best practical aspects of manipulating computer system as sales of admission form of the BRTB Training School computer program. At the BRTB Training School, we have conducive learning environment with experts and reliable tutors. Interested candidates should purchase the form at the cost of 500 Naira at the BRTB Training School or marketing unit of the broadcasting house along Shehulaminu Way, Maiduguri. For inquiries, call on these numbers 080-6771 4746 or 070-663-55952. Don't be left out. Enroll into our computer program and be among computer literates of this generation.
Welcome back. Now the news continues. The Dean Student Affairs, Dr. Graham Alhaji Mustapha, stated this in an interview with our correspondent in his office. Hamza Ali Usman complete the story.
One major thing that is not yet to complete is issue of security. Day and night, the Vice Chancellor of Borno State University is working to see that the security network has sufficiently and must be having proposed pattern of security before accommodating students into their hostel. Feasibly gone out of the mandate to the employee either hunters to complete the effort of the security sector.
He has even gone out of a mandate to see that we employ either hunters to complement the effort of the formal security sector. It was been discussing up and down to see that the students were being accommodated. It is not an easy task for an organization as an university to arrest a security situation at a point in time.
The students of Borno State University demand hostel in order to be free from shortage of vehicle, despite the school management has provided shuttle buses, but is not yet enough to convey the student demand.
We want at least management to, if possible, open the hostel for us so that we will have enough time to do our project. And apart from that, we also have a convenient place for studying.
It's very hard for us to get transport here to Maiduguri. We have to walk from here to Gentilo. So So we want to request from the management they should reschedule or manipulate the system of buses, or they should add more buses for our students.
The Borno State University is a new institution which is located at Jintilo, outskirts of Maiduguri, the capital city of Borno State. The institution has a standard quality of education, but students have expressed the challenges that they are facing in transportation due to the non-opening of hostel. From Borno State University, Hamza Ali Usman, Bosu TV.
Borno State University has opened an additional library in Block 3 Faculty of Science. The faculty librarian, Ms. Musa Usman Dika, said that the library was opened earlier this semester, 2021-2022 academic session. The library was meant for science-based courses, but now there are other books of some faculties. He further stated that the seating capacity in the library is 50 students in a time. And with that, we come to the end of the news. But before we go, here are the recap of the major stories. Borno State University commenced sales of remedial program application form. Mass communication student call for studio establishment. Student of State University appeal for hostel allocation. On behalf of the entire production crew, I, Fatima Muhammad Sani, goodbye.